What's up, everybody? Good evening. Happy Sunday. What's up? We already got some people in the house. So we have Blue Angel, Daisy, Brother Jerry. What's going on, everybody? So this is April, aka your cosmic homegirl, and I'm here to talk about the new moon in Pisces. So I'm going to be giving a horoscope and everything. So as you guys know, if you follow astrology, the new moon in Pisces occurred actually yesterday, which was March 17th of 2018. I was going to speak on it yesterday, but yesterday was just a little, actually it was a lot crazy. Okay, it was a lot crazy. And this new moon in Pisces, it was at 26 degrees. It's conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. And my moon, my natal moon, is 27 degrees of Pisces. So it was right in a conjunction with my moon. So it was pretty intense. There's a lot of negativity and really intense emotions that were flying around yesterday, and I really just didn't want to put any of that into my live stream and put that energy out there to you guys. So I had to take a day to just kind of woosah. So today's a lot better, even though the moon is now shifted into Aries as I'm recording this. The Aries moon, wow. We'll talk about that for a second, and then we'll get into your horoscope for the Pisces moon, because the effects of the new moons and the full moons, they last a couple of weeks. So even though the new moon was, yesterday, excuse me, you can still see and experience the effects for the next couple of weeks. So I'll let you guys know where, according to your sun, moon, or rising sign, where things are kind of popping for you. All right. But yeah, the moon is currently in Aries. It's shifted into Aries now, which is right after Pisces. And OM to the G, like we already have Mercury and Venus in Aries. And then we also have some planets in Capricorn. Mars just moved into Capricorn. I'm going to do a video on that too, to let you guys know the horoscope and the deal for that. But yeah, Mars moved into Capricorn. We have Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn. All three of these harsh, intense planets are in Capricorn, and then we have three planets in Aries, and they all square each other. And both Aries and Capricorn rule the military, so people have been trying to pull some militant, military, crazy war, strategic moves. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I've seen so many people online just kind of scrolling through my social media talking about, oh my God, what's going on today? What was going on yesterday? What's going on? What's the energy in the air? What's going on? So many different groups, so many different people were posting that. And it's this intensity that followed the new moon in Pisces. So the new moon in Pisces itself, like I said, it was in a conjunction to Chiron, which is where we can have our greatest pain, our biggest pain in life. You know what I mean? It's where we can be so sensitive, easily hurt. And, the new moon it's about new beginnings. It's about newness, but sometimes you got to let go of something in order to welcome newness in. Excuse me. And with Chiron ruling pain, it was like a moon to like let go of some pain, to be able to heal from something in order to move on to something new. So that's like just a generalization of it, of what it brought to everybody. And today, actually, while I'm doing this, which is the 18th of March, the sun is exactly conjunct Chiron. So we still have some of that leftover stuff. It's not, oh, well, it's the new moon. Okay, new moon's gone. Okay, everything's over. No. We still have the sun conjunct Chiron. So people are still dealing with issues based around wherever Pisces is in their chart. You know what I mean? And for some people, it could be very intense. For some people, it's just like maybe a thought that comes in their mind about something, and then it goes away and they're like, whatever, and then they move on. You know, that could be, everybody's range is different with what's going on with them. So anyway, yeah, so that's what's the new moon is about. But also the new moon is making a trine aspect, a positive aspect to Jupiter in Scorpio. And Jupiter in Scorpio is retrograde actually. So making an aspect to Jupiter, well, Jupiter usually brings positivity and blessings and all this good stuff, but also Jupiter magnifies things. Okay, it like blows things up. Okay, to be like a projector on the wall. So even things that are not cool, even things that are ugly, it projects it onto a big screen so everybody can see it. So your pain could be magnified, but in a way that like it's like here's the big picture. Jupiter's about the big picture, right? So we've been given a big picture with our pain, with our suffering, with Pisces things that are positive or negative. And I'll tell you one thing that's not very cool about Pisces energy from an honest standpoint, from somebody who has Pisces energy within me, within my whole family, within some other people close to me, is any issues based around victimization, feeling like a victim, or just thinking about how we've been hurt and dwelling on it, like wallowing in it, you know what I mean, and allowing ourselves to drown in it. Pisces energy could be like that sometimes. Woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Everybody has to feel sorry for me. Somebody throw me a life raft. Oh my God, I just can't do it myself. Like that's negative, dark Pisces energy. Another dark side of Pisces that, maybe some people are dealing with issues of digging it out and letting it go, and maybe some lessons along with that is maybe, some people with their fabrications of things because they imagine things. Pisces energy is about the imagination and kind of living in your own world, in your own zone. And also Pisces energy could be about the blame game, like projecting onto other people what you actually do, what you do wrong, and you do wrong. But then in order to justify it, you turn it around and say, it's not me, it's you, it's not me, it's other people. They're the reason why I blah, 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 blah. So there could be some lessons with us finishing the sun being in the critical last degrees of Pisces that are coming up based on that. Not for everybody, but for some people. You know what I'm saying? And then Jupiter is really magnifying that so you can see it. And it could be an internal thing like, oh, wow, I really act like that. Or it could be based on others bringing it to light, others bringing it to your attention, and calling you out. So there could be a release that is required right now of any of those dark, negative Piscean things. Pisces energy, it rules water, the oceans in particular, but it can be like dark waters, you know what I mean, that are murky, that you can't really see through. And we need to make it clear and blue and beautiful again. And Pisces waters can also be polluted if we allow it to be polluted based on maybe negative things that we think about ourselves, holding on to this victim stuff that makes all the beautiful water just green and brown and ugly, okay, instead of like crystal blue and gorgeous. It's ugly because we're holding on to ugly, or it's ugly because we allow others to pollute it with their nasty negative energy, and we just kind of take it and just say, oh, I'm a victim. No. Clearing away all that stuff is one of the big themes of the new moon in Pisces. Now, with it being in aspect to Jupiter, it rules learning, the higher mind, higher learning. So some people could be learning some lessons about some Pisces stuff with this new moon. You know what I mean? Oh, Asia Matt says it's annoying. Yes, I know. Oh, thank you, Daisy. Satara, what's up, Satara? Thanks for coming through. Satara says, yeah, this is true. I'm a Pisces moon also. Yeah. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, what's up, Emily? What's up, Pookie? Thank you guys for joining. Victim asses, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, anyhow, so that's like the overall general theme of the new moon in Pisces. And I hope everybody is doing okay. I hope nobody is like feeling too sorry for themselves or feeling like the pain or, pain of anything to do with the past. There could be, hope everybody is having more of like the healing aspect of this affecting them rather than the pain and feeling victimized. One thing I'll tell you guys, a personal account of with this all being in a conjunction with my moon, and the moon represents family, is something actually good came out of the new moon in Pisces. It's not just all sad, sappy, crying, and emotional stuff. I got in contact with a long lost cousin of mine that's on my dad's side of the family. And a lot of you guys know already that my dad actually is no longer with us. He left a few months ago, and he didn't really know his dad's side of the family. That he didn't know his dad at all, really. So someone from that side, I got in touch with them. They sent me all these pictures about our family history, and she's like, I got so much more to show you than this. And it's just been so dope being flooded with all this stuff. And it is a way of healing moon issues with Chiron sitting right on the moon, the sun right on the moon for me. So there's actually been some beautiful things to help heal. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you guys, hopefully you've had more of like positive healing things go on. So anyway, what else is going on? What else is going on? Let me know in the chat like how you guys have been feeling with the new moon in Pisces, because the effects of like new moons, full moons, and all that stuff, they could be felt actually a few days before the moon. And who has had a birthday around this time? I have a couple of Pisces in my life that had a birthday around like the 13th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and also if you guys follow celebrities, I guess, Tamar Braxton, her birthday was on March 17th, the same day as the new moon. Excuse me. And what did she do a couple days before the new moon? A new moon in your sign can mean or especially on new moon on your birthday, is a new chapter in your life. And also it can mean, because it's in your sign, you doing something with your appearance to change it. So what did Miss Tamar do? She shaved off all her head. She shaved off her hair, okay? She said, no more wigs, no more weaves. I'm going to do me. And she shaved her head. And she's rocking this little bald cut. You know what I mean? And it actually looks cute, in my opinion. But that's an example of a new me. And she even said, when I see this hairdo, I see me. When I look at this picture, I see myself, So she sees herself in a new light because of this new moon on her birthday. Isn't that dope? I think it's dope. So anybody else, did you have a birthday around the day of the new moon? And if so, let us know what happened, if anything has gone on yet. So like I said, the effects of the new moon, they last actually for a couple of weeks. So, if you haven't really seen any changes yet, experienced any like healing things or anything, don't fret. You still have some time to really experience that. So Kind Heart, I like your screen name, says it's actually been fantastic. That's dope. I'm glad for you. And Daisy said, just turned 18. Happy birthday, Daisy. Happy birthday. So if you just turned 18 around the new moon, yeah, it's a new chapter in your life that you'll be starting. So that's cool. Excuse me. So yeah, you guys, that's the new moon in Pisces. As far as the Aries energy that's popping off in the air right now, I was looking at my ephemeris. If you guys don't know what that is, if you're not like a nerd like me, an ephemeris is what astrologers use to look at horoscopes, to look ahead to see like what degrees and what signs the planets are going to be in on which day and how they're all going to interact with each other. So I was looking at it and I was like, holy moly, all this Aries stuff is going to square Pluto, square Saturn, square Mars, like coming up, you know what I mean? So Mercury will, Venus will, the sun will. I was like, oh man, I feel like to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And my Pisces energy makes me feel like a savior, because that can be what Pisces energy represents, being a victim or a savior. I'd rather be a savior. So through astrology, that's what I try to do, is save people from acting out in like dumb ways. You know what I mean? Like doing dumb stuff that could be prevented by letting them know like ahead of time. Like, okay, there's some hot button days. You know what I'm saying? That you need to watch the energy. And I feel like, man, like I already did go back and watch my March overview video where I did an overview of March, but I don't remember if I covered all the squares from Aries energy to Capricorn energy that are going to be popping off. But just know that over the next couple weeks and even in the month of April, we're in for kind of an intense ride. But I'll cover more of that in other videos. Let's focus on the new moon here. Let's see. Oh, Asia says, with the Aries cap energy, I feel great. Good for you. Pisces, I did cut my hair short and you love it. With relationships, you're rethinking some things. You're a Cancer sun, Aries moon, and a Leo rising. Okay, that's cool. You cut your hair. That's awesome. Wait, do you have any Pisces? Okay, so those are your big three. What about, where's Pisces at in your chart? If you are a Leo rising, that's your 8th house of transformation. So that makes sense. Leo rising. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So now I'll get into your horoscopes for the new moon in Pisces for every sign. How's it affecting you guys? But before I do that, I just want to show you guys, if you can't see, my hoodie that I have on. It says Wanderlust. That's actually like a really dope song that I like too, by The Weeknd, Wanderlust. It's totally Neptunian. It's totally Pisces. It can also be Sagittarius, 9th house, Jupiter, wanting to like wander around the world and being curious and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Pisces energy tends to wander sometimes. But when we wander into like magical stuff. You know what I mean? We wander into like creativity and like really cool ideas, and like we stumble upon doing some really dope art or something, you know, that we're like, oh, well, you know, we just kind of have that magic. Pisces energy does. So anyway, I'm rocking this hoodie to kind of represent that. And all right, so cool. Let's get into you guys' horoscopes for the new moon in Pisces. So starting off with Aries energy, Aries sun, moon, or rising. This new moon happened in your 12th house. And OMG, this is like the ultimate healing from something that's like in the back of your mind, something that could be from the past, some kind of pain that you feel pain in some sort of way, and you really want to heal from it. Like, this is a good new moon for you guys to do some get some therapy. And when I say that, I don't mean like necessarily you have to go to some kind of like person that has like a bunch, like couple letters after their name or nothing like that. Therapy can mean anything that's therapeutic to you. So it could be traditional methods, it could be occult methods like Reiki, or I always try to tell people about those float tanks. I've been hearing so much about them, and you know my Pisces moon wants to check them out too. A float tank, they actually have those. You can go to a place, there is a tank, and it's filled with water, and all you do is lay in there and you float. Okay, you just float like a fish, like not bothered, unbothered, just floating there. And I don't know if it's silent in there or not. I'm not sure. I still haven't done them. Let me know if you've done this before or you know about it. If it's silent or do they play music? I don't know. But for Aries people, you guys are like really supercharged anyway, with planets in your sign, with Capricorn energy squaring you hardcore. So this is one of those new moons that could be really testing you. I mean, no, the other energy in the air is testing you, Aries people. You know how you guys get super hyped in bad ways sometimes too, right? And, you know, you guys get like really mad aggressive, but a new moon in Pisces energy, your 12th house is how you relax, how you retreat away, and how you relax and let everything go. So this is about letting go for you big time, like double, more than any of the other signs almost, you know, about letting go of some old pain. And maybe you can use some other methods to help you to do that. And also, what else you guys can do? Yeah, it's just really letting go of old stuff. You guys can get rid of physically, like get rid of items too, like maybe have a yard sale or something. Come on, it's like the springtime, or like, in some places in the world, I can't say everywhere, but yeah, anyway, just have a yard sale, Aries. Okay, get rid of some stuff. Get rid of material items that still carry energy, carry memories of any old phase in your life that's done with, of any old relationships. Okay, you bought that furniture with your ex, get rid of it. Get rid of it. And once you do that, it'll clear the energy, because the 12th house is all about being so receptive to energy. Okay. And items do carry them too, physical things. So, banish out, do some feng shui stuff, Aries people. And it could help you. It could really help you to let go. And also, yeah, ways of relaxing. You guys can be tapping into that a lot more, on how you can, not just that one day, or, around this day or whatever, but going forward, Aries, how can you guys relax instead of being go, 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 go? You know what I'm saying? How can you do that for you, for yourself? That's also what this new moon can bring to your attention. Some of you guys may be put in a situation to where you're forced to chill out. Okay, like you're put in a place to chill. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's for Aries people. Being message. All right, so next up is Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. How is the new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? Well, this is in your 11th house. Very interesting. So 11th house, it does rule your friendships. It rules groups that you belong to. It rules not just groups, but teams, I guess. If you're on a really large team, or networks is the 11th house. The internet, social media, that's all 11th house stuff. Organizations, communities, all that stuff is 11th house. You belonging somewhere. Okay. So Taurus people, if you've been in any situations in life, especially recently, to where you felt like you didn't belong, maybe those can be healed. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, oh my God, I don't have no friends, maybe now you can heal whatever deep rooted issues are within yourself that maybe scare people off from maybe not being your friend, or anything that maybe you haven't been that great of a friend. Like, I'm a Taurus sun, and I know I have not been that great of a friend. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm honest with my peoples, okay? Because I'm like, this is real life. Astrology is real life. I know I have not been the best friend. So if any of my friends are watching, I know. It's hard. I know it's hard to maintain friendships and put a lot of energy into them, especially if you have a lot of personal things going on in your life. But what I've been realizing as a Taurus sun, as a fellow Taurus, fellow bull to you guys, is yeah, just like take a few seconds to like send a message back or something. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That's hard to do. I know, because we know the energy it requires. We feel like everything takes a lot to do. Like there's a process to everything, right, Taurus? We understand that. But that doesn't, and we don't like to be superficial. Like maybe an air sign could just be like, oh yeah, LOL, just send an LOL. Taurus don't like to do that. Okay, the earth signs, we know about like substance. So we're like, no, it takes time. Messages have to have substance. Conversations have to have substance. But at the same time, Taurus, if you want to be, a good friend, make sure that you are at least kind of responding to people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And not only that, but if you have any broken friendships that need to be healed, this is a time where maybe you can do that and you and your friends can move on. You can either move on with still being friends, or with agreeing to amicably split, but make amends, but then say, I realize we can't really work together, we can't really be friends or whatever, but like, this isn't like a burn bridge. You know what I'm saying? For some of you guys, yeah, fitting in, if you have any issues with that, they could be healed. Okay, if you allow it to. Or Chiron, like I said, it's about pain, it's about victimization. So you choose, Taurus, you choose. Do you want to be a victim and still be like, oh my God, nobody likes me? Or do you want to do whatever you got to do to step it up, to, I don't want to say make people like you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, feel a sense of belonging, be able to feel a sense of belonging somewhere with some peoples. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's for Taurus. So Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, how's the new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? So this is in your 10th house. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Whenever I say that, I'm thinking of like people that I know and things that I've seen, people I've seen post like stuff on the internet, like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, you know? So anyway, Gemini, this is an opportunity for you guys to heal and move on and progress in the area of career or your public image. Could be maybe somebody's trying to stomp on your public image, because Chiron is like, you know, somebody can hurt you, somebody could wound you. So it could be your public image that, you know, is tarnished, but now you have an opportunity to turn things around, to redeem yourself. It could be in regards to career. Where am I going? What am I doing? You know, Geminis can get kind of confused about what career to pick, not just because they themselves are just like one of the most indecisive signs, okay? Them and Libra and Cancers with their, I don't know. But Gemini, it's because your 10th house of career is Pisces, and Pisces rules confusion. And well, it can rule confusion, okay? It doesn't always, it's not just a sign, you know what I'm saying? But it can rule confusion. You can either go this way or that way, or this way or that way. So that's why you guys can be like that about career. But if you've had any issues based on that, like maybe here's an opportunity to figure things out. Also, Chiron sitting up there in your 10th house, this could be issues with authority or issues with your father. So the sun highlighting that, the moon highlighting that, this new moon could be some sort of like release of that, release of pain with issues with father, issues with authority. And in return, maybe if that gets, you know, I don't want to say fixed, but yeah, if you fix the issue, if you get down to the root of it and really figure things out, and so say, oh, okay, now I see why I have problems with maybe my bosses at work, why I have problems with my own sense of authority, and putting that out, being able to like stand within that in the world, you know, and let people know who I am proudly or whatever, being able to stick to it. It could be some stuff based on that. And in return, I don't know, look around you guys on social media. Like you could be seeing yourself, Gemini, or if you're watching this and you're not a Gemini, seeing some Geminis that you know getting promotions. Getting promotions and advancements in your career. And it's because you were able to keep it moving, move along, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's for Gemini. So next up is Cancer. I'm gonna take a little sippity sip of some water. All right, so Brother Jared, yeah, I'm doing spring cleaning. Yep, you should do that. Okay, so Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. New moon in Pisces horoscope for you guys. Pisces is your 9th house. 9th house, it is your teachers, your gurus, your beliefs, your opinions. It is also education. It's life experiences. It's broadening your horizons. It's the big picture, all that good stuff. For some people, it could be traveling. So for you guys, Cancer, it could be maybe you guys want to travel, but maybe there's something holding you back. It could be a personal, emotional issue, or it could be because you guys are needing like a passport, or you guys are needing some kind of like clearance to be able to do so. And maybe Chiron hanging out there in the 9th house for like several years has held some of you guys back. But now, you know, a new moon highlighting that could be an opportunity to maybe some of you guys actually get the clearance to travel or to relocate to another country, something along those lines. But it could be also maybe some Cancers, maybe if you guys didn't really finish school, or if there's something about your education like you didn't accomplish, and maybe it's like bothering you, it's hurting you, maybe this could be an opportunity to, you know, complete it, or to, I don't know, something that you can do to like to move on so that you're not dwelling on it. Like I know a Cancer who actually they're really good at their job, but they're very insecure about their level of education because it doesn't match up with some of their counterparts in their career. But yet they're being presented with like a really dope opportunity to advance though. And it's just all about like they're debating with themselves like I cannot let my lack of educational credentials stop me from feeling confident enough to go after this opportunity. You know, so some of you other Cancers may be experiencing something similar. For some of you guys, it could be just your ability to see a brighter day and see life from an optimistic point of view has been distorted for some reason, has been damaged. And maybe here's an opportunity to like to heal from that, to start anew. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is for Cancers. Or could be like maybe something to do with your beliefs. Maybe there's some shattered illusions about something that you believed in. Now it's just like a bomb was dropped. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And now you're seeing that something that you believed in for a long time is actually not true, or you know, your point of view is changed in some kind of way. And it's just like, wow, all this time I believed blah 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 blah, but now my eyes see something different and I have a different belief system. I have a different strong opinion about something, you know? So that's for Cancers. So next up is Leo. Leo, sun, moon, or rising. How's a new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? So this is in your 8th house. Wowzers. My Leo people, actually all the fire signs, you guys are having some really strong emotional breakthroughs right now. So for Leo, this is happening in your 8th house of transformation. The 8th house also rules traumatic experiences that you could have had, that you maybe harbor some of those ugly memories like in the back of your mind and your subconscious. And it's the ugly stuff that we stash away, you guys. That's the 8th house. That's like a general, like a really down to earth like explanation of the 8th house. Ugly stuff you stash back there. Like if anything has happened to you before in your childhood or in your past and you kept it a secret, that's the 8th house, those secrets. So for some Leos, there's some of those things that are coming to light, coming to the surface with this new moon. And it's an opportunity to heal from it, not have that ugly stash back there anymore, you know? And maybe that way you can move on. And sometimes the 8th house can show like things that are harboring and festering and all this ugliness. And they're blocks though, like they're blocks that prevent you from certain things like intimacy or maybe even money. You know what I'm saying? So there could be a release of that with this new moon if you allow yourselves to heal. And this is a new moon that is a good one for you also, Leo. Actually, all the fire signs, especially you, Leo, and Aries, to seek out some therapy. Like I said, with them, it could be like, you know, some actual therapy, like therapist, like psychologists, psychiatrists, all those people, or some therapy that's more like alternative or occult or something like that, you know, seeing like a tarot reader or seeing a Reiki healer, Reiki specialist or something. So for you guys, for Leo, it could be a very healing new moon, and maybe even some experiences that you had that were negative when it comes to intimacy or with intimate partners that you had in the past. You're still holding on to their energy. Realistically, like that's what it is. Like when you can't get over somebody, the 8th house could be just that. You can't get over somebody. Like they touched your soul, you merged souls with them. And so when you separated for whatever reason, you still feel like their soul is merged with yours. You can't get their energy out of your energy field. It's very hard to separate. So if you have any situations like that, Leo, cut them off. Okay. It's time to release toxicity in your life. That can mean toxic people and toxic experiences that you still hang on to. So yeah, that's what it is for Leo. So for Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, the new moon in Pisces, how's it affecting you guys? Well, it's happening in your seventh house. Excuse me. Seventh house of relationships. Virgo. OMG. So yeah, if you have been going through it, Virgo, with people, okay, this is an opportunity to kind of just let it go. Let it go. Take it and go. Take it and go. I don't know. Virgos, you guys appreciate comedy usually. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the stand-up of Russell Peters. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. He's one of my all-time favorite comedians. He is hilarious. So Russell Peters, his stand-ups are all on Netflix, by the way. But he has this one where he says, take it and go. Take it and go. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was, but it was funny though. So now it's like an inside joke for like me and all my people around me to say, take it and go. Anyway, Virgo, yes, take it and go with your relationship stuff. Okay. So let go of toxic people. That's another thing for you, Virgo, because this is in the house of others. So that can mean other people in general, like any people that you know, or it can be for a lot of you guys, like a romantic relationship. So if you've had negative patterns that you yourself, oh my God, here we go again. You guys already know the deal. When I'm doing a live stream, my nose itches. It's the freaking weirdest thing. I don't know why. Sorry about it. But anyway, it's only when I do them at night mostly. It's so weird. Okay, so Virgo, sorry, Virgo people. So Virgos, if you have any patterns in relationships that have brought negativity to you, okay, this new moon can actually show you what they are, what you need to do, what you need to stop doing as well. And also, if you have patterns of attracting people that do negative things, this is this new moon can have you like maybe see it, because remember the aspect to Jupiter, which is like a projector. It can project, meaning like, you know, blow up like all huge, like whatever the issues have been, so that you can see them more clearly and be like, okay, now I know. Now I know. And for some of you guys, it could be situations that you have that now there's a breakup, there's a separation. I'm trying to think. I know some Virgos. Okay, Usher is a Virgo rising. He's a presumed Virgo rising. I don't know if his information is correct on Astro theme. Usher is a Virgo rising, and he's been in the news lately because his wife is divorcing him. So that's an example right there of a Virgo kind of like letting go of a relationship and letting go of some kind of, you know, maybe painful relationship stuff. But yeah, for some of you guys, it's all about that. And also like for some of you guys, let me tell you guys something. And let me keep it 100 around here, okay? When I do relationship readings, the majority of the clients that tell me, I've been alone for so long, it's hard for me to find somebody. I can't get along with people. I don't know what's wrong with people. Does nobody really want to like hang out with me? But mostly the relationship stuff. I've been single for years. I can't find anybody. It's mostly Virgos. Virgo people, Virgo rising, sun, moon, Venus and Virgo, Mars and Virgo, sixth house energy. It's usually Virgo people. And not 100% of the time, but a big percentage though is Virgo. And so it could be that you guys are learning why that is, you know, like why, if you have troubles with actually like getting into relationships, you know what I'm saying? Sonia, oh, hey, what's up, Sonia? You said you're a Pisces dating a Virgo. Wow, opposites attract a lot of times, you know what I mean? So, you know, I hope I'm not scaring you with the whole breakup talk or anything, but that doesn't apply to everybody 100%. It could be the opposite. It could be that some Virgo people are healing from their past relationship stuff, and now they get to start anew, because remember, this is a new moon. That's a new chapter. So maybe starting fresh and new with a new relationship, or taking a current relationship to a new level. It could be something in those regards too, because you worked on everything. You worked on things together, or you worked on things within yourself. So that's for Virgo. So next up is Libra, sun, moon, or rising. How's the new moon in Pisces affecting you? So This is happening in your sixth house. The sixth house, it is your health, and it is what you do day to day to take care of yourself and your environment. And it is also the work that you do, the job duties, all of that stuff. So for Libra people, this is maybe some of you guys have some health issues. A lot of Libras do, because you guys have had Chiron and you guys have had Neptune hanging out in your health house for years, right? For several years. So some of you guys could have issues that you've been dealing with back and forth, physical health, mental health. And maybe this new moon can be a healing, like maybe even a physical healing of some sort of issue, some sort of like a health problem or something like that, with maybe finding the right doctor, finding the right cure, finding the right treatment, finding the right regime or routine that you got to do every day to make sure that whatever health issue you have is under control, or maybe gone, maybe it's gone away, it's cured or whatever. Sorry guys, my voice, OMG. So yeah, for Libras, it could be that. It could be if you've had any issues in regards to work, like with Chiron hanging out there in your work house. It could be that you guys have had issues with your job to where it's kind of a soft spot for you. Maybe issues finding a job, maybe issues with keeping a job, maybe issues with co-workers, like not really getting along with co-workers that well, Could be something like that. And maybe this is an opportunity to maybe discuss some things with the people in your work environment so that there's no conflict or animosity anymore. It could be working on something within yourself so that you can be a better employee and do your job a lot better, and maybe get better job opportunities within the place that you work at or somewhere else, A new moon in the sixth house, a lot of times it does mean that. It means a new job. It means maybe you leave a job because it was hurting or harming you physically, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, whatever. Or for some of you guys, it could be you found a new job and it was on good terms, and you're going to go somewhere else where you feel more fitting. It's more fitting for you. It's celebrating you for who you are, what your true talents are, So that is for Libras. So Scorpio's sun, moon, or rising, how is the new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? Well, this is in your fifth house, which deals with romantic relationships, dating, the fun of dating. And also it rules children, and it can rule your self-esteem as well. And also like any hobbies that you have or creative talents that you have that you utilize and that you actually like express and show people. Fifth house rules a lot of cool stuff, right? So for Scorpio, this new moon could be a healing of maybe you don't really have that great of a self-esteem. Maybe you have a lot of talent, especially creative talent, but you hold back from really putting it out there because you're like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if people will like it, or I don't know this, or, you just really lack confidence in that area. So maybe it's an opportunity to heal from that so you can move on, and you could feel so much more confident, and you can share your creative expressions with the world. For some of you guys, Scorpio, it could be like romantic relationships that you had in the past, that there was like something that went on that really like stabbed you in the heart, right? Because Scorpios, we've had Chiron in our fifth house for several years. So the romance department could have been like suffering or lacking, or maybe we attracted these partners when dating that just maybe did us wrong, did us dirty, So maybe it's like an opportunity to like heal from stuff like that, to move on in order to invite more romance, more beautiful heart experiences. You know what I mean? Because the fifth house is like that feeling when you get a text message from somebody in the morning that says, "Hey, beautiful." Oh, my phone just lit up. Look at that. But it wasn't no "Hey, beautiful" text. But you get those text messages, or "Hey, handsome, how you doing? Good morning. I hope you have a good day." And if it makes your heart just like, like that's the fifth house, right? So if you have been missing that out of your life, Scorpio, and maybe it's like really hurt you, this could be an opportunity to heal that. Even if you're in a relationship already and maybe it's lacking in the romance department, maybe it could be an opportunity to have those discussions with your partner so that you guys can get that back and, start a new chapter of having like a new fire lit in your relationship. And as far as children, maybe it could be healing of relationships with children, or if you have been a Scorpio that have been a Scorpio, or if you're a Scorpio that has wanted to have children, but you've had issues with having kids for whatever reason, then maybe this could be a time where you can like get those resolved or figured out. And then the newness, the new moon could be laying fertile ground. And maybe it's actually like physically, you know what I'm saying? Being able to be fertile. Whereas before, maybe you weren't, you had problems. So that's what it is for Scorpios. So good luck. So Saggy, Sun, Moon, or Rising, how is the new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? So this is happening in your 4th house. And the 4th house is family, and it's your actual place of living. So for Sagittarius people, this is an opportunity to maybe get back together with some family that you haven't been in touch with because of whatever personal reasons, some emotional reasons. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something along those lines. Oh, look, little hater troll is here. The magic hating troll fairy that's on every time I'm on live. What's up? Glad you're coming through. So anyway, Sag, yeah, some family issues could be healed for you guys. And I do know some Sagittarians close to me. Actually, I have a cousin who's a Sagittarius rising, and that was my uncle, one of my uncles that just passed. It's his daughter. And she, it was an opportunity for her. And also I have another cousin who's a Sag moon that, healing some family relationships that were maybe broken and trying to mend them together, and also healing from pain of loss and suffering within the family in order to move on and start new, get those emotions out, because the 4th house is your emotions. So getting those out so that you can, have a beautiful family relationship again, be able to go to those get-togethers again, you know what I mean? And go to them and not feel like any animosity towards anyone, or sit at a different table and be like, like, yeah, there's Aunt so-and-so. I'm not talking to them though. Like, no, I don't want to talk to her. I'm not going over there. So maybe healing those relationships, you know what I mean? Or if there's anything that has to do with you not feeling comfortable and at home with where you live, maybe some of you guys can move. Maybe you move to a new house. Maybe you start anew somewhere so that you can actually have that beautiful feeling of like being home and being comfortable and secure somewhere. So that's for Sagittarius. And next up is Cappy, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How's the new moon in Pisces affecting you guys? So this is in your 3rd house, and it's conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. So it is about healing. It is about the 3rd house is your relationships with your siblings and with cousins. So some of you guys could have those relationships maybe mended and healed. Maybe you can get together with them, and I was gonna say have a good cry it out and stuff. But I'm like, wait a second, Capricorns don't cry. But no, get together with some of them and be able to talk things out if you have any broken relationships with those people. For Capricorn, new moon in the 3rd, maybe if there's something in regards to like how you communicate to others, maybe people make fun of the way that you talk. Okay. And maybe this is something that can be addressed and healed from so you can move on, I know like, I don't know what Cardi B's rising sign is. I'm debating between Gemini and Sagittarius just based on some research. But I know that I feel like if she's a Gemini rising, that means she has Chiron in the 3rd house. And the 3rd house is how you speak. And she has, like, if she has natally Chiron in the 3rd, that means that that's always a soft spot for her, how she speaks. Notice that's one of the first things that people will go for when they talk stuff about her is how she talks. Okay. And you guys, Capricorns, you're having this transit of Chiron in your third house. So I don't know if there's something, an issue with the way that you communicate with people, the way you come across to people when you talk to them, that they just take the wrong way, and it makes it very difficult to maintain some good conversations with others or relationship with others because of it. Maybe you can heal from that. You know what I mean? So also a new moon in the third house in general, for some Capricorns, it could mean some third house moons can also mean like something to do with your car, your vehicle, like you get a new car or something. So yeah. And also it could be neighborhoods, can be the third house. So maybe some of you guys can be moving to a new neighborhood. Maybe where you stay now, like there's something about it that, maybe you've had a lot of problems with where you're at, with the neighborhood, with the community that you're in. And now you get a chance to move to a different one and, enjoy that space a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for Capricorn. So for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the new moon in Pisces is in your second house, which has to do with your money and your resources and your self-worth and your value, how you value yourself and how you value the material world around you. So Aquarius, this is an opportunity to let go and release and heal from anything to do with your self-worth. Like if anybody has snatched it away a little bit, okay, hopefully not too much, because Aquarians usually are pretty like, you guys are pretty strong, you're independent, you're like rebellious and all that. But even the hardest Aquarians with Chiron in your second house, sometimes you can give a little too much. You can give a little too much of yourself. You can give your self-worth away to another person or to other people and allow them to take it away. So, and also the second house is your money and your views on money too. So if you guys have had any negative views on money, or maybe you have suffered losses with money, like being robbed or on again, off again with jobs, or, some kind of something blocking you from really earning money. Actually, I have a lot of Aquarius is close to me, and they have had some on again, off again with money stuff. You know what I mean? So maybe this new moon is like healing from that. And with the aspect to Jupiter, well, Jupiter is up there in your career house, Aquarius. And I know it's retrograde, but still there could be something that is it brings opportunity for more money. Like you can go back and see like where it is that where it is that you need to go to bring more income into your life. So maybe you're not suffering financially anymore, if that applies to you, Aquarius. And it could be also like if you do things like with Chiron hanging out in your second house, there's a possibility, Aquarius, that in order to feel better about yourself, you could do things like impulse shop, or you can buy food, or you could buy just material things or things that you consume or ingest in order to make yourself feel better. But it's only a temporary relief. So it could be a new way to let go of that issue if you have an issue like that. Okay. And in return, maybe you can find like a really dope way to like earn more money, or go to a job that pays you more than what you've been getting paid before, that like really pays you what you're worth and your true value. So that's for Aquarius. And for Pisces, this new moon in Pisces is in your sign. So because it's in your sign, sorry, I'm like coming down with something a little bit. But because it's in your sign, Pisces, excuse me, this could be, like I mentioned earlier in the example with Tamar Braxton, she's a Pisces, and it could be new me, new moon, new me, okay? Or new moon, who this is, new moon, like I changed my number. I actually did see a few posts on social media of people who said, I changed my number. I don't know whether or not they're Pisces or where Pisces is at in their chart. But a lot of stuff like that happens around new moons too. People will change their number because they want a fresh start, and new moons could be about a clean slate. So anyway, Pisces, you guys could be doing anything to say, who new moon, who this, like, you don't know me anymore. I am evolving into a new version of myself. So it could be in any aspect of your life. It could be your appearance, because this is in your first house, which rules your appearance. It could be something in regards to your life path, your identity, any of that stuff, that you just start anew. And Satara says she changed her number, and Satara is a Pisces moon. OMG, that's crazy. It's crazy, right? So anyway, excuse me. So it could be just anything new anywhere in your life, a fresh start. Maybe some of you guys could be moving. Some of you guys, especially because Jupiter is in your ninth house of travels and faraway distances. Some Pisces could be relocating somewhere to another state or to another country to start a new life. Okay. But along with it comes healing. And Pisces, remember, Pisces is one of the number one signs that can totally feel victimized. And a lot of times it is like, something that a Pisces can, they just kind of visualize that themselves that way in their own minds, when really, like, nobody is really like messing with them like that. But a lot of times it could be really like they're victimized a lot, because Pisces energy people, they tend to be very very nice, very generous, very, you know what I'm saying? Pisces energy doesn't always know boundaries, so they can let people cross boundaries a lot. And gosh, I'm sorry about my horrendous voice, you guys. But it could be like, people will cross boundaries with Pisces a lot and take advantage of them, take their kindness for weakness type of thing. So maybe it's like a, you know what? I'm not going to let anybody do that to me no more type of new moon. You know what I mean? I need to draw the line. I need to set up boundaries. That's hard for me to do as a Pisces, but you know what? That's what I'm going to have to do. Some Pisces can go on sprees of, like I said earlier, they change their number, or maybe like deleting sprees on Facebook, for example, start a new social media page fresh and new, and like delete their old one. Just start a new phase in your life and cut out negativity, anybody that you feel pained you or hurt you. And also, yes, like I mentioned in the beginning, the negative ways in which Pisces energy can manifest, like the darker manifestations. If you're a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, and you participate in any of that, if you still harbor stuff, you know what I mean? If you play the victim role, even when it's like, or if you blame others, you play the blame game. This could be something that's teaching you a lesson to not do that, to let go of, if you have, like, for example, I've known a Pisces person before, and they have a lot of self-hatred, and they have a lot of issues, let's just say that. And because of that, and they don't truly see what they do. You know what I'm saying? They don't see what they do. They are the perfect example of, like I mentioned in the beginning, when they know that there's some messed up things that they do, but they'll turn around and say that it's other people that do it, like bold-faced lies. So maybe for Pisces that are like that, oh, it's not me, it's them. Oh, they're the reason why. No, maybe it's you, Pisces, and you need to take a really deep look at yourself and see what it is that, is really deep rooted that makes you act like that. So it could be even that deep for Pisces people. Or you could just be changing your hair like Tamar Braxton, whatever. All right, guys. So that's it. I have like no freaking voice. I don't know what's going on, but sorry for the ugliness of my voice. Thank you for sticking through for your horoscope. I hope some of the messages resonated with at least some of you guys, and maybe gave you some confirmation of things. And if you would like a reading from me, go ahead and hit me up on my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com. The link is below this video in the information section. And Miss Leo Scorp Aqua, I love you, girl, because you're always here when I do live streams. Yeah, you're a little late, but it's cool because you can always watch the replay and leave comments below. Let me know how this new moon is treating you. All right, so thank you guys. Like I said, hit me up for a reading. I have a sale on natal charts still going on only through March 31st. So you only have like less than 2 weeks left from today to participate in my sale. Natal chart readings, $50, no holla. Okay, I go really, really in depth into your chart and let you know what I see. And they're normally $80, and I'm actually probably going to raise my price again in April. So $50, get them right now. All right. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Sorry for that. Happy new moon in Pisces. I hope it's happy for some of you guys. No playing the victim role and none of that stuff. All right. Happy healing to everybody. All right. Peace.